Former Jackson State offensive lineman Dylan Spencer obviously is no longer with the Tigers program, but he ended up at a school that is kind of funny. I'm going to talk about it right after the bumper. Stay tuned. What's good people? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, Dylan Spencer, he was supposed to be one of the biggest pieces to the Jackson State offensive line in the 2021 season, there it is. But he never actually saw the field, and he ended up entering his name in the transfer portal. And now he is back at the school that he left to come to Jackson State to. Dylan Spencer is now a part of the Missouri football team, the same school that he transferred from to come to Jackson State. Let's take a look at the article. This Missouri football team announced that Dylan Spencer is back on the team. It says Dylan Spencer will be a familiar face when he returns to Missouri. The former Tigers lineman has reversed course after he briefly transferred to Jackson State, then quickly ended up back in the transfer portal. The program announced on social media. Spencer signed with the Tigers in the 2020 class and appeared in 2 games as a true freshman, including starting a game at guard against Florida before transferring to Jackson State. Spencer did not play for Jackson State. He left the program and re-entered his name into the transfer portal on September 13th. Now the Mississippi native is back in Missouri. Missouri's online directory shows Spencer has enrolled. Mizzou, like many other programs, has been busy, and this is all the stuff. And this is like, man, really? He really transferred back? And there it is right there. Last but not least, Big Spencer 73. Dylan Spencer, 6'3", 300 pounds from Madison, Mississippi. He was supposed to be one of the mainstays, the big boys on the offensive line for Jackson State during the 2021 fall season. But Dylan Spencer just seemed he couldn't get right with the coaches. He couldn't get right with his teammates. He seemed to have an attitude problem a little bit in the reality show. So that was the cool thing about having a Hard Knocks style reality show for Jackson State is that we kind of got to know some of the players. We got to know Warren Newman a little bit. We got to know CJ Holmes a lot. We got to know Tony Gray a lot. Obviously, we got to know Coach Prime a lot better. But we actually got to meet and hear from Dylan Spencer quite a bit. You know, he was part of that. The 12 disciples, the ridiculous name Deion gave some of his best players that came in via the transfer portal that some could play, some couldn't play. But he called them the 12 disciples, and it was a horrible, horrible name. He even admitted that it was a horrible name. And Dylan Spencer was a part of the 12 disciples. But he seemed to couldn't get right. Him and Tony Gray was butting heads a lot. And part of the reason why Jackson State's offensive line struggled during the 2021 season is because they were missing a guy like a Dylan Spencer. And Dylan Spencer now has moved on and actually is heading back to the school that he left originally. He left for Jackson State. Now he's headed back there. That is pretty funny. Now, Jackson State isn't going to miss Dylan Spencer too much because, as we've reported on this channel, along with CFL, this information came from CFL, that Jackson State has already signed 5 offensive linemen, and they're looking to get upwards of 10 offensive linemen in this one class alone. So I'm not going to miss Dylan Spencer. But good luck, best of luck to Dylan Spencer. It seems like he might be back on the right path. It seems like maybe he got his attitude problems back together because during Coach Prime, it didn't paint him in the best light. It's not the fact that they didn't paint him in the best light. He didn't paint himself in the best light because he seemed to be a little jealous, a little insecure, a little weird. He was acting a little weird towards his own teammates, and that wasn't a good look. So hopefully, I wish the young man the best of luck at Missouri. Hopefully he can stay there and not hit the portal for a 3rd time. But good luck to him. He's a Mississippi native. But that is actually a funny story to see that he's back at Mizzou after leaving Mizzou to come to Jackson State. And then he leaves Jackson State to go back to Mizzou. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments on Dylan Spencer. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeff Lightsy Jr., and also the Black Boss Channel at theblackbosschannel.com. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace.